It made headlines around the country. This Sunday marks 50 years since the collapse of a bridge crossing the Yadkin River, connecting Surrey and Yadkin counties.
4 people died. Many were left with permanent injuries and scars. Fox 8's Chad Tucker takes us a look back with survivors and people who went out there to help.
The bridge was very loud when you went across it, and it shook. I can see it in my mind as clearly as it happened that night.
It's been 5 decades.
The bridge was bolted onto that concrete support on either end. He's the one that got blamed for it because he was the first one on the bridge.
But every moment of the night of February 23rd, 1975,
this is the car that my family was in, my mom and dad, my sister and I,
is vivid in Graham Atkinson's memory.
But he saw him drop and not come back in sight. And he said the bridge is gone and slammed the brakes on. And we came very close to stopping. But one front wheel went off and then the other one went off, and from there it was just a topple. We didn't do like some of the other cars did and were actually launched into the river by the ramp.
So we knew exactly where we
Graham's
were.
elder sister, Ann Wilmoth, was in the car too.
My dad did tell me to run and stop cars to keep them from going across the bridge. And my brother was helping my mom to get out and up the bank at that point while my dad went into the river to see about his parents and his sister.
They had been traveling right behind their grandparents' car.
And the fog was so intense that we had trouble even seeing their taillights, and we were just yards behind them. This is part of
all heading to the Siloam Bridge after hearing people yelling for help.
We can hear somebody hollering for help at the bridge.
The fog was thick and unknown to everyone. The old bridge had collapsed.
You couldn't believe seeing that structure lying in the river.
There was a rumbling going up on the ramp, and then it stopped, and then you heard the metal crash, the glass break. You could hear people screaming for help.
In all, 7 cars plunged in, carrying 20 souls.
And everybody was affected by it because everybody knew somebody that was in the water that night.
4 died, including Graham and Ann's grandparents.
I know my dad called out from the river and he wanted a boat and 2 lengths of rope. He went there first, what he told us, and he reached inside and he said he felt of his parents and he knew that they were dead.
Ola and Hugh Atkinson were both in their 70s. Hugh was instrumental in getting the first Siloam Bridge placed here over the Yadkin River in the 1930s, though it was not new then.
Siloam was the 3rd place this bridge had been.
The state installed a used bridge that had been sitting in storage.
Like I said, it had been in Salisbury, and that had been somewhere before that.
For years, Hugh continued to fight.
Yeah, we were very close.
For a better and safer bridge.
And if the bridge was okay, why was it taken down in Salisbury?
Lobbying politicians and writing letters to state leaders.
No real repair work was ever done on it.
Right up until the bridge took his life.
When they pulled him out of the water, he had a letter in his pocket with correspondence to the state of North Carolina that said this bridge is unsafe.
The transportation secretary at the time would later say the bridge should have been replaced, but it was a question of money.
Yes, how precious life is and how quickly it can be taken away.
Judy Needham and her 3-year-old daughter, Andrea, perished that night too. The toddler's body was found the next day.
And this is the structure in the river.
The scars from that night still haunt family and first responders, like Dwayne Carter.
But that was coming out of the water.
Graham and Ann's dad, Ed, was a hero that night.
The pride I have in he was heroic that night. He was not an old man. He was ill-equipped, and he was swimming in a river in February full of steel, trying to rescue people after he had figured out his own parents had died.
From saving lives to sharing the news.
Do you remember when you realized your grandparents were gone?
Yes. He said, Mama, I saved 5 of them, which was the 4 of us and my aunt. And that's when he got to the car and told us that my grandparents had died.
In the months that followed, Ed felt a calling to continue his dad Hugh's legacy of getting state leaders to bring this community a new, safe bridge.
Everywhere they first started, somebody told them no, but they were persistent.
Efforts 10-year-old Graham captured with his home camera.
If you find somebody that cares, what seems like impossible can get done.
I think it did a lot as far as in the state for bridge safety, but to remember those people that were, the lives that were lost.
And the job that they did, looking back on it now, with what they had to work with, nothing short of absolute heroic.
A bridge that helped invoke better safety standards and inspections. A bridge that will forever bear the family's names. In Siloam, Chad Tucker, Fox 8 News.
And after the bridge collapse, the governor ordered a statewide inspection of all bridges, which found many of the old ones were too dangerous to keep open. The tragedy improved bridge safety standards in our state, requiring many to be replaced and state leaders to thoroughly investigate all safety complaints.
A public remembrance ceremony that will include many survivors and first responders will be held this Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Friendship Baptist Church on Siloam Road in East Bend. A wreath laying at the new Siloam Bridge will follow that ceremony.